Hello everyone, how are you? Today's lesson we're going to first review first conditional and then start learning about second conditional. Let's begin. The first part is about first conditional. We use first conditional to talk about possible situations and their possible consequences. Okay, the key word here, keyword is the important word, is possible. Okay, both the condition and the result are possible. Okay, let's see some examples. If you don't study, you won't pass exam. Okay, if you don't study, you won't pass exam. I am not talking about crazy things. In this case, everything is possible. Okay, remember the condition always has the if and then present simple. If you don't study, that is if plus present simple. The result or the consequence is always with future with will. In this case it is negative, so you can see won't. So if you don't study, you won't pass exam. Okay, let's see, because here I made a game of different sentences and they are all related. Okay, they are cause and consequence, cause and consequence. If you don't study, you won't pass exam. My mom will be angry if I fail my exam. If my mom is angry, she won't let me go out. My friends will miss me if I don't go out. Okay, so all these four sentences are related. Okay, if you don't study, you won't pass exam. If you don't study is a condition, you won't pass exam is a result. Here, my mom will be angry, that is a result, if I fail my exam. Okay, this is the condition. If I fail my exam, my mom will be angry. You can change the order and the meaning is the same. Okay, the only thing you have to do is add a comma when the condition is first, but you don't add the comma if the condition is second in order. If my mom is angry, that is a condition, comma, she won't let me go out. My friends will miss me if I don't go out. My friends will miss me is a consequence or result. If I don't go out is a condition. Okay, so here we talk about possible situations. That is a key word. Now let's go to a new topic. Okay, second conditional. You know zero conditional, you know first conditional, and now we're going to study the second conditional. Let's read. We use the second conditional to talk about events in the present or the future that are unlikely or impossible. Okay, unlikely or impossible. Unlikely means not possible. Okay, it is the same to happen. Okay, and their imaginary consequences. Okay, so in first conditional, the events are possible and the consequences are possible. In second conditional, the events are unlikely or impossible and the consequences are imaginary because we only can imagine impossible things. Okay? Let's see. The condition is unlikely or impossible. The condition is unlikely or impossible. We form it with if plus a past simple sentence. Okay? Past simple. And the result is imaginary. And to talk about imaginary things, we use would. Okay? Would plus infinitive. Let's see some uses, common uses. We use the second conditional to talk about to imagine life is different. To imagine life is different. To change reality. To imagine things are not the way they are in reality. Okay, let's see some examples. If I had more money, this is a condition, you can see the if, and you can see the past simple. If I had more money, I would travel around the world. This is the result, and you can see would and infinitive. Would, infinitive. Why? Because I don't say traveled with ed, no. Traveling, no. Travels, no. Infinitive. I would travel. If I had more money, I would travel around the world. Okay? So this is if imagining, no, imagine. Life is different, but in reality, I don't have enough money. Okay? I don't have enough money. So I am only thinking. Okay? Second use, to ask hypothetical questions. Oh, sorry, let's mention another example. Let's see if my father. Let's see. Sorry, if I were taller, I would buy a bigger car. Okay, if I were taller, I would buy a bigger car. So I am not taller. I am the way I am. But if I were taller, fuera más alto, if I were taller, I would buy a bigger car because I wouldn't fit in my real car. Okay. Si fuera más alto, compraría un auto más grande. Pero en la realidad no soy más alto de lo que soy. Soy, no sé, lo que tengo yo, 1,80 m, creo yo. Let's see another example. If I lived in China, let's see, if I lived in England, I would speak English more fluently. Okay, I would speak English more fluently. Si viviera, if I lived in England, si viviera en Inglaterra, hablaría inglés más fluido. I would speak English more fluently. So this is to imagine life is different. Let's see the second use. To ask hypothetical questions. Questions about things that are not real. Okay, eso es hipotético. So, what would you do? Muy comunes. What would you do if you won the lottery? What would you do if you won the lottery? Okay, that is hypothetical. You didn't win the lottery, and it's very unlikely to win the lottery. But what would you do if you won the lottery? ¿Sí? No es algo poco probable. Yes. So what would you do if you won the lottery? I would buy a PlayStation 5 if I won the lottery. Okay, that is imaginary. La consecuencia, el resultado va a ser imaginario, porque estamos hablando de una suposición solamente. Este tipo de preguntas es muy común. What would you do? O cambiando la persona también. What would he do? What would she do? Porque estamos preguntando acá sobre la consecuencia. We can have yes/no questions as well. Would you come with me if I invited you to Disney World? Would you come with me if I invited you to Disney World? Yes, I would. Or no, I wouldn't. Yes, the answer is pretty simple. Yes, I would. Or no, I wouldn't. Let's see another question. If you were in Japan for one day, what would you do? This is the same question as the first one. What would you do if you won the lottery? If you were in Japan for one day, what would you do? The only thing different is that the order changed. First we have the condition, and then you have the question, the result. If you were in Japan for one day, what would you do? So the answer, if I were in Japan for one day, I would, I don't know, buy manga, I would go to the karaoke place, I don't know, okay? I would visit the Naruto themed park. Let's see. The third use is to give advice. Okay? Dar consejo. Give advice. Y acá van a notar que va a sonar raro porque estoy diciendo if I were y toda la vida aprendimos que es I was, ¿ok? Pero ya les explico esta regla. Para dar consejos es muy común decir if I were you, ¿okay? Es decir, si yo fuera vos, ¿ok? Acá puede cambiar la persona también. If I were her, if I were her, if I was your mother, if I was your boyfriend, sorry, if I were, pueden ser las dos, ¿sí? Ahora más adelante les explico qué pasa acá, por qué es tan raro el was o were. If I were you, I would talk to your parents about your problems. ¿Sí? Estoy dando consejos. Si yo fuera vos, le hablaría a tus papás sobre los problemas. If I were you, I wouldn't waste all the money in unnecessary things. Si yo fuera vos, no gastaría toda la plata en cosas innecesarias. If I were you, I'd visit your grandma more often. Acá tenemos I'd, que sería la contraction para decir I would. Directamente podemos decir I'd. Lo mismo con cualquier persona. He would, he'd. She would, she'd. It would, it'd. ¿Sí? Ahí suena raro, pero es así. It'd. They would, they'd. We would, we'd. ¿Okay? Es el mismo sonido del sujeto, del pronombre, agregándole el apóstrofo D. El sonido D, no es tanto, ¿sí? If I were her, I'd break up with him. ¿Okay? Si yo fuera ella, acá cambiamos para no decir si yo fuera vos, decimos si yo fuera ella. If I were her, I'd break up with him. Yo rompería, me separaría de él. Siempre los consejos con Second Conditional se dicen de esta manera, ¿sí? If I were you, es como decirle a alguien que si yo fuera vos, si yo fuera ella. ¿Okay? Es una forma bastante común de dar consejos en inglés. También ustedes saben que los consejos se pueden decir con should. Bueno, esta es otra forma. Y ahora vamos a ver esta cosa que sonaba rara. If I were, ¿sí? If she were. With second conditional, the verb to be breaks the grammar rules. ¿Okay? Rompe las reglas gramaticales. The condition is always in past simple. Eso ya lo vimos al principio. The verb to be in the past simple is was or were. No hay otras opciones. Was or were. Sabemos que I, he, she, it van a ir siempre con was. Y were queda para you, they, and we. But with second conditional, it's common to use were instead of was. Es común. No es que sea obligatorio, pero es muy común. Es lo más común, por así decirlo. Were instead of was. Entonces, todos los que van con was, acá se habilita usarlos con were. Es más común así, ¿sí? Ahora vamos a ver unos ejemplos. You can use was if you want. Puedes usar was si querés. Es un poco menos formal. Es como para hablar entre amigos, entre gente que tenemos mucha confianza y que no importa que hablemos de una manera más coloquial. Pero lo más común es usar were. Más que nada en ámbitos académicos, lo más común es usar were, pero se puede usar was, no es que está prohibido, pero es menos formal, ¿sí? Así que para el lenguaje escrito, más que nada, lo más común es usar were. Entonces veamos algunos ejemplos. Lo que ustedes dirían de toda la vida es, if she was my teacher, I'd be so happy. Pero también es muy común decir en lenguaje escrito y lenguaje formal, if she were my teacher, I'd be so happy. If José were here, he'd know what to do. También podría decir if José was here. Si él estuviera acá, él sabría qué hacer. If I were you, I would tell the teacher. O if I was you, también puede ser. If my dog were bigger, I wouldn't... No, acá le erré, era it, ¿sí? A ver si lo puedo corregir. Sí. It wouldn't sleep with me. Okay? If my dog were bigger, it wouldn't sleep with me. Si mi perro fuera más grande, no dormiría conmigo, por cuestiones de espacio. Ok, esas serían entonces todas las reglas. Vimos cómo se arma. La condition siempre va a ir con if, eso ya lo conocen desde el zero conditional, y en pasado simple. El resultado se usa con would más el infinitivo. Y los usos son para imaginar que la vida es diferente, para hablar de cosas locas. Acá podemos usar el Second Conditional para imaginar cualquier cosa y sus resultados, que también van a ser imaginarios. To ask hypothetical questions, para preguntarle a alguien cosas hipotéticas, cosas que no existen, o que no han pasado todavía, o que son poco probables que pasen. Y para dar consejo, to give advice. ¿Okay? Pueden cambiar el orden de los factores, como siempre, no cambia el resultado. Pueden decir, if I had more money, I would travel around the world, o I would travel around the world if I had more money. Lo único que cambia es si ponemos o no la coma. Esto es como siempre, ¿sí? En first conditional y en zero conditional también pasaba. Y por último esta regla del verb to be, que a veces tenemos las dos opciones, de usar siempre were o de usar was, ¿sí? La única diferencia es que were es más común, es más formal, y was es más informal. Eso sería todo. Ahora vamos a hacer un poco de práctica.